Can you believe that they let us back to do this for a second day? Well, they did. Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of Studio 7. I am Matt Bove.
I am Mercedes Wilson.
And I'm Autumn Lewandowski.
And we're back, and I'm here.
Yeah.
This is nice. It is much nicer being here with the two of you than it is joining you from a computer screen. But, you know, sometimes you got to go cover a Bills game where they win by
Yeah,
37
here you
points.
are in the flesh.
I am in
They
the
didn't
flesh.
take you away for being in a staff room, right?
Not AI did not get arrested for using that room that later in the day the owner for the Jaguars was watching the game from. So, yeah, I was in a room that I definitely was not supposed to be in. But, hey, we're here.
But be honest, would you rather be there doing the game, like live there, or be here? See what he said.
I would much rather be with my friends Mercedes and Autumn than I would be covering a football game for work. Wink, wink.
Yeah, but it's a lot when you are in those settings, in public settings. I mean, most of the time you're around other media, but being with the general public, you're always kind of on.
Yes.
So it's a really draining.
They're long days. They are legitimately long. They are so much fun. And it's a lot more exciting and energetic when they win, which is yesterday what they did. They absolutely dominated. So I know a lot of Bills fans and just a lot of Western New Yorkers riding high on this victory Tuesday. But that just means they got an even tighter turnaround to get ready for a game this weekend.
Yeah, everybody is saying Victory Tuesday.
Yeah,
Good afternoon,
Tuesday.
everyone. So, hey, Howard wants to know, did you get the daughter all set this morning, Matt?
Yeah, Howard, I did. Thank you for watching Second Cup and then joining us again right now. So I was on Second Cup with Katie this morning, and then I was bright and early. Yes, bright and early. Woo. And then I went up and I got Ellie and we hung out. We had some breakfast. We had scrambled eggs. We had some apple that she then threw all over the house. And then it was off to Grandma's house for the day. And then I had to come here. But no, it was a good morning.
Yeah, well, it's better she threw the apple than scrambled eggs.
Yeah, that's her thing.
Cleans up
That's like the toddler thing, is she just throws it everywhere.
Well, with the dog, that kind of helps, right?
They're a tag team. They're a tag team. She throws it on the ground, and then Harper comes and swoops it up and then brings it into the other room.
They have a deal.
They're out to get me.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people saying hi. Danielle, hi.
Hi,
Howard, Lori, all saying hi. How's it going today?
Yeah.
Connie as well.
I look more rested. Connie says, I'm glad I look it because I do not feel it. You said you got an energy drink. I might need to steal a little of that.
I do. Yes. I needed one today.
Yeah.
So can we talk about the game?
We can.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like, there was so much excitement, like Damar Hamlin. I mean, like, did we not go nuts?
There were a lot of big firsts yesterday in the game. You had Damar Hamlin's first career interception. You had Keon Coleman, their top pick in this year's draft's first touchdown. Ray Davis, another one of their players that they drafted, his first touchdown. You had Javon Solomon get his first sack in the NFL. Von Miller became the 17th all-time leading sack. I'm just rattling off things. There was a lot that happened. Selfishly, I was like, could we spread this out? Like, we got a lot to talk about already. Can we like save some of this for the next week? But yeah, there was a lot that happened, and the Bills were just dominant.
Well, and then you have leading the charge tonight, right? So you got to talk.
Yeah. So we got
you've got everything to say there too.
There's a lot of, I'll be on camera a lot today, which is okay. That comes with the territory.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
You know what? And it goes right along with our topic today. Work-life balance.
Oh, buddy. Today ain't the day to have that conversation. Because after I saw my daughter and dropped her off, love ya. See you tomorrow.
But how does that happen? I don't know. Autumn, should we start with that?
Yeah.
Because
what work-life well, I think we should throw that out there to everyone that can see us online too. I guess we should talk a little bit about what Studio 7 is again too. For those that maybe haven't seen it. So you're viewing it from at home, and we also have it online.
Yeah.
So it's on Facebook. You can get it on X. You can look us up on YouTube as well. And then the comments, our comments, I believe, are on Facebook. So if you can get on there,
Facebook and YouTube.
YouTube also.
YouTube. Oh, I can't see those comments on YouTube. Anyway. Let us know, like, what is your work-life balance? How do you make that work?
Yep, we want to know.
Because I would love to know.
Yeah, well, Danielle popped right in. She said there is no balance. Just get through the day.
Get through the day.
Man. And you know what? That's the case for a lot of people. That's the case for a lot of people.
I think that's how weeks, months, and years just go by so quickly, is because you're going through the grind. You're getting through every single day, and then all of a sudden, it's a year later and your kids are grown and you don't know what just happened, but that's exactly it.
Yeah. And they go by really fast. So I have 4 children, 21, 18, and then 10-year-old twins. It seems like my son was just a baby yesterday. Mm-hmm. It does go really fast. So I think what helps us, one of the things that help us is making plans like family trips, things that we're going to do together that will give us things to look forward to. And then, kind of breaking that down into smaller sections, breaking it down to our months, to our weeks, to saying, okay, now what do we need to kind of make this family life balance out? And I mean, it's tough because especially as kids get older, because then they get jobs and then you're a certified Uber driver.
So
you're all over the place, and then they go to college and they beg you for money every week. You know what I mean? But it's so much that I think you take those moments where you get them. So like if I'm taking my girls somewhere, that's a moment for us. If I'm, somewhere with my son, that's a moment for us. So we just try to grab them where we can as they go, realizing that they won't always be there.
I think that I've tried to make those moments. Now she is still 18 months old, so we get a long way to go, but I have a hard time sometimes being present within those moments. This is like a really deep thing, but because I'm always thinking about what's next. I'm always thinking about, well, what's coming up at work? What do you have to do? What do you still need to accomplish? And that's where I find the balance becoming overly difficult. I think you can carve out time and say like, okay, this weekend we're going to go to the pumpkin patch and we're going to go do fall things. And we're going to make sure we do that because the Bills aren't playing a game on Sunday. But when you're there, then you're thinking about, okay, well, I got to do this on Monday and I'm going to be on TV like 47 times on Tuesday. And you got to do this, this, and this. So like, that's where I'm trying to find the balance. And it's not easy. It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you?
It's the same. No, I take good thought and measure in going through everything. This is being present in whatever moment I'm in, because I can get overwhelmed really quickly and anxious about a lot of things. And I've learned to just do it little by little.
Yeah.
And not think too far ahead.
Yeah. That came really quick because we have to take a break now.
Wow.
So for the folks at home,
that's crazy.
We'll be right back. But if you're at home and you want to keep, in the conversation, join us on socials. You can do that. But if not, we'll be right back. And to our friends on social media, we're still here. So we want to know what you guys do. How does work-life balance affect you and your family? So we want to know what you all have to say. Hit us in the comments. Kelly says, balance. What's that? Winging all the way.
My thing is like, I want to find
energy.
Yeah, definitely. I want to find that. I took for granted how much free time I had prior to having Ellie.
Yeah.
And this is all I've ever wanted, to be a dad. So I am so happy with all of this. It's just, whoa, do you lose a lot of free time that you did not know you had? And then it's the little free time that you do have, you want to be present. So you were being a good father.
Yeah.
And like, that's the thing where it's like, okay, I have an hour. We're going to go to the park. I would love to be able to just like go on a run, or I would love to be able to take a nap or do something like that. But it's, she's going to remember this trip to the park. Maybe right now, not right now, but eventually, like she will remember these times together. And that's really important.
Well, and to that effect of going for a run or something, I mean, the nap might not be something that you can do, but I've gone on runs with Natalia. I have her in her stroller and kind of hiking through Chestnut Ridge and stuff like that. And she then gets to see me do these things. I would get up the hill and I go, Natalia, you gotta cheer me on. You gotta say, go mama, go. So then after so many times of doing it, she knew when we hit that hill, she's like, go mama, go. You got this, mama. So she kind of gets to see me trying to be healthy and active and all of that. And she loves to partake in that type of stuff too. So as they get older, they become a part of the free time that you lost, and they want to do that stuff with you. Yeah. And it's really awesome.
Yeah. Well, do you find it hard to put your phone down when you're doing that time?
No, I love to take pictures. So I will take a picture of everything. And my sister, she always says, everyone else has the best pictures of my kids because I never take the pictures. And I'm like, when I'm with my nieces, I take a picture. She goes, why? My one niece, she goes, why are you taking so many pictures, Auntie Autumn? I said, It's because I'll forget. So you got to let me take the pictures.
Yeah.
So now she knows I'm the aunt that just needs pictures for the memories.
Yeah. It's hard for me to put my phone down.
We have a really messed up thing that we'll say in our family of like, you take the pictures for the board. You know what I'm referring to? Like the board at the wake or at the funeral.
Oh, jeez.
But it's true. Like,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
how we talk. We're like, oh, gotta have a lot of the pictures.
Yeah.
That's just what my mom has always said. It's messed up.
Yeah.
It that is true though. Like I'm always the one taking the pictures.
Memories,
There's those
the
memes
memories.
that come up that say, you know, hello.
And it's just like that. We
We're
go back to TV.
Yes.
We're continuing the conversation during the commercial break. If you're watching us on TV, what we were talking about was the work-life balance conversation we had, and also how do we balance putting down these stupid things, the phones that we're all tied to. I'm not good at it.
No,
so I would be
I'm
very
horrible.
hypocritical if I was like, oh, I'm great at just setting down my phone. I'm on my phone way too much.
Yeah.
My daughter will say it. She'll go, Mama, put the phone down. I'm like, you are right. Sorry. I'll apologize. And then I put it down and keep doing what I was doing with her. But I love to take pictures of them. I jokingly say I have a horrible memory, so I need them in the memories.
Yeah, my kids all gang up on me and go, Mom, you're doing too much. Put your phone down. And I'll go, oh my gosh. Like you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yeah.
You don't even realize you're doing it. So does it affect your mood at work?
The
juggling of it all.
Oh, I don't know how it
work
could.
Life.
I don't know how it could, because I think sometimes just the way that I'm wired, when I'm not at work, I'm often thinking about work. And then when I am at work, I'm often thinking about all of the things that you need to do when you leave work.
It's true.
And it's like, okay, well, you got to get home. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. And there's so many things that are coming at you. And it's hard to be the most productive version of yourself when you're here, when you're doing this, because maybe you're thinking about everything else. And then when you're not here and you need to be decompressing, then you're still thinking about work. And it's just like a really vicious cycle that you got to find a balance.
But is it a reality? Are you really missing anything, or do we have FOMO?
That's a great question. I do not have FOMO. My wife has big time FOMO about a lot of stuff. I do not, though.
I have a hard time saying no.
I agree with that. I don't have a fear of missing things, but I sometimes just say yes to people or to things just because I have a hard time saying no.
I think I have a little bit of both. I think I have a little bit of FOMO. But I think if I stop, I realize I'm not missing as much as what I think I am.
Right. I don't know. I'm always on the go, and I don't know why I like to be on the go all the time. But with having Natalia, there have been instances where, she hasn't felt good, or we've had just a rough night, or she needs to relax or something like that. And we stay home. And it's okay that we stay home.
And how do you feel?
At first, I was not okay. Like, I really wanted to be able to do this and do this. And my mom would chime in. She's like, it's okay. Like, people understand. It's okay for you not to do everything.
Yeah.
And why do I feel that I should go and do everything? And especially if I say I'm going to go and do something,
I'm the same way.
And something happens and I can't make it, that's the worst.
I'm the same way. I feel the same way.
I can't not do it. I have to find a way to make it to whatever it is that I said I'd be at.
Yeah. So Howard says, don't do what I did. I let my work life take over my home life. It did not turn out well. Be cautious. Plus, I was salaried for over 40 years, and boy, I was taken advantage of.
I mean, that's scary. And it's just knowing that there's that old cliche that I hate cliches, but I do think that this is very legit, that the days are long, but the years are short. You ever have people say that to you? And it feels so accurate now that we've got a daughter, and that work has become more and more of a commitment. And like, it's a juggling act that I feel like sometimes I'm just dropping the ball on. Like sometimes I feel like I'm in a rhythm and I got it figured out. And then the minute you got it figured out, it just kind of smacks you in the face.
Yeah. The cliche of, work to live or live to work. Like I think as you get older, you realize your time is way more precious than the money that you're making.
Yeah.
I will say, and I'm not just saying this because we're doing this at work for work, but I do genuinely enjoy what I do. And I think that makes it easier. If I was not enjoying this, I think it would be really, really difficult to find the energy and find the commitment to doing it all. But when you enjoy what you do, I do think it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does. And I always think too, my kids remember what I did with them, not what I do.
Right.
They don't they don't talk about what I do for a living. they talk about, do you remember when?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when we did this?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think that you're going to have to look back and say, did I do good with this? Because I'm sure it's important to all of us that we raise decent human beings.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, and that they can look at us and say, my dad was awesome,
mm-hmm.
you know, or my mom was awesome. So it's that balance, though. It's that balancing of it that's tough.
Well, and you know, I think back when there were a lot more parents or caregivers that could stay home,
mm-hmm.
where now moms and dads both work, or you know, it's so tough for both of them to work because daycare is so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are a lot more two-family or two-person households
mm-hmm.
that are at work for 40 hours a week. So you're missing a little bit more. But my parents both were at work all the time. And I never felt like I had them miss out on things.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, well, I went to soccer practice and my parents weren't there, but other parents were there watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't feel bad that they weren't there, or felt like, oh man, why weren't you there for my practice? It was, my parents work hard and they work for us to have good
mm-hmm.
things, and you know, during our times off. And
see, I was
think
opposite.
I came out okay.
I was opposite, and I remember it, and boy, it hurt like ever. You know what I mean? Like if they're busy, just like, dang, no one was. You know what I mean? So I'm opposite of you.
Yeah, I never cared. I never cared.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, each kid is different. I mean, each kid is different. Each kid is different. Now, Howard's making some good points. He said he feels like his daughter was born yesterday in June, and she just turned 40.
Yeah.
He missed so much.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then Joe, do you want to put that one up?
Yes.
I'm 85 and I don't work for the money. I work just to be around people. Yeah,
I
there's
love
a
camaraderie.
camaraderie to be around people.
I love that. I feel like I'm going to want to work for a long time. I like the thought of retirement to me is scary because I don't know how I would use the free time.
Oh, I wouldn't sit still.
No, I would want to do something on my pace. That's what I would want to do.
I wouldn't sit still.
I would want to work, but I would want to work do whatever I wanted to do and not have a ton of pressure tied to it.
Yeah. Well, look at Howard cheering Joe on. Keep it going, Joe. Good for you.
Yeah. Love it.
I get it. You got to stay busy. You know, when you're in motion, you stay in motion. And if you start sitting around,
good luck.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah. So we have to go to another break for our friends at home, but stay there. We'll be right back. And for our friends online, join in on the conversation. We want to know. And you know, a good question would you be like Joe? Would you keep going? So join us online, but for our friends at home, we'll be right back.
And Matt will be leaving.
I am leaving.
Yes.
Everybody, thank you for watching. I very much appreciate it. I have to go be on TV on the news at 5:00. So you're going
his work balance.
Yeah.
So you'll see Matt just a few minutes
here.
I'm
really good at this, obviously. So yeah, I will be on TV. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
So for our friends at home, would you be like Joe and kind of keep going? I guess is the question.
I think you definitely have to stay active, whether that's working, you know, going to work somewhere, or if you have some hobby that you're doing, I think maybe that kind of helps too.
Oh yeah, I absolutely am going to stay busy. I'm going to find some.
I think did your mic turn down?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Nope. But Howard said doing the same. I retired last June, but working part-time just to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
And Danielle says, I love my job. I'll work as long as I can.
See, I love my job.
Yeah.
However, if there was a way that infinite money was around that I could kind of do whatever I wanted, you know, go on vacations and all, you know, that week of vacation is great. I would love to have just tons of weeks of vacation and go around and do a ton of things. But, you know, there's a money balance.
Yes. You need money to do certain things.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
No, I say that. I mean, I can't sit around on the weekend and not do something. So I have to work.
Yeah.
I have to be busy.
I think I would love to be a full-time grandma at some point. Not right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely want to be very present for the grandkids.
Yeah.
And then I would find something to do with people.
Mm-hmm.
Something to do with people that I can be out in the community helping in some capacity. I would absolutely love to keep. I don't think I could ever sit still.
Yeah, I've recently gotten into gardening. So I talk to my plants like they are my babies. I'm not great at it, but I'm getting better.
Yeah.
And I'm learning. So
I don't have the green thumb. Everyone else in my family does except me.
I've been trying. This year I did strawberries. They were all potted because I don't really know how to do in-ground stuff yet. But I've done strawberries, green peppers, cucumbers.
Howard says you need to pet them, Autumn.
You need to pet them.
The plants.
I do touch them and talk to them.
You do?
I do. I go, look how beautiful you are. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I can't believe how big this green pepper is. Or like they just shot up out of nowhere in one night. It's exciting to see. Yeah, I go and I talk to them all the time.
Oh my gosh. All right, to our friends at home, welcome back to Studio 7. We're having a great conversation, right? We kind of bounced around a little bit.
Yes, but we did talk through the break of, okay, if you're retired or say you're getting up there in age, which 70 years young is, sounds good
Beautiful.
to me. Yeah. But would you still work, or what do you do in order to kind of keep yourself active?
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about through the break.
Yeah. And my take on it is I would love to work with the grands, be around with the grandkids, and I would find something to do in the community, something where I can help people and just be around people. I think I would always. Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking about gardening and talking to my plants like they are my babies. I see Lori. She says, I love this forum. You three are great together. Plus, I'm a childless cat lady and I'm totally cool with it. I was that way for about 8 years and I was totally cool with it too. I talked to my cat like she was, my daughter.
Oh my gosh.
For a long time. Yeah, she was great. So I'm with you, Lori. I understand.
So we have been talking about work-life balance, vacation time. When you're on vacation, we would love to know, the folks that are, on socials as well. How are you, or how were you if you're retired with vacation? Could you completely disconnect? Were you good with that?
I was on vacation last week and I was totally good with that. That's what I needed, because with weather, I mean, it's always a part of every single day. Now, I was in Aruba, so I didn't have to worry about the weather. It was always sunny. It was always hot and humid.
Yeah.
And I always had a beach 5 minutes away. So there was no issues or worries. Now that I'm back, we're talking about Helene and how that's going to impact the South and Florida, and then our weather going from 80 degrees to 70. So it's always something that it's a part of my day. But on vacation, I try very much not to care about what's happening outside of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why, but I have this rhythm where the first couple days I have trouble. But starting day 3, for some reason, I'm completely disconnected and I'm good. And then somewhere, depending on how long the vacation is, day 5 or 6, I start to pick things back up.
Yeah, no. Well, and it was nice because my phone didn't work there. So,
yeah.
I was able to read a book and
Yeah.
disconnect, and it was fantastic.
Now, Howard says he still worked every day when he was on vacation. So
Okay,
for some, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Company required it, so it wasn't a vacation, he says. So
sorry, I was trying to like read some of these comments. Barb, she said, I have to work and spend time with the grandbabies on weekends. I get that too, Barb. My mom is a full-time working grandma. She has off on Mondays typically, and we call it Monday at Mama's. During the summer, she's got all the grandkids and she loves it. But taking care of grandkids is a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And she goes back to work, the next day. She probably should have another day off to recoup from having the grandkids there, but she loves it. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a joy. And to all the grandparents out there that help with the grandbabies, we love and appreciate you, because it's a big deal.
Yeah. It takes a village, and we are so very lucky that we call them Mama and Jaji and Nanu and Boo. So none of them are grandma and grandpa. My daughter at school is probably like, I don't have a grandma and grandpa. I've got all these different names.
Yeah. You know what? It's fabulous. And who was it here? Yeah, Barb said she spends time with her grandbabies. Barb, I'm with you and I'm looking forward to it. Just not right now.
Not right now.
Yeah. My oldest is 21, so we have a little time there. But I'm looking forward to it. So verdict's out. I'm staying busy. You're staying busy. And the folks on here have encouraged us and inspired us to stay busy. There's things to do.
Yeah, no, you got to stay busy, but you also have to have that time to unplug and relax. And that, I mean, you earn your vacation, so don't feel bad to take it, right?
Yeah, I agree. Let's see.
Oh, she's got a judge too.
Yeah. I love that. I love
They're the best. Grandparents are the best. To see them love your kids is amazing.
Yeah, I spend money on the grandbabies, Barb says. That's going to happen a lot too. I mean, I spend a lot of money on my kids right now. That's why my vacations are limited.
Right.
That's why my vacations are limited. Spend a lot of money on the kids, but spending a lot of money on the grandbabies is one of my goals.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, it's one of my goals. So, guys, this is, again, day 2. We're having a ball with you all. This is Studio 7. This is what it's all about. Your comments mean the world to us. And this is what we do. We have conversations that you want to have. We talk about the things that you want to hear. So in the comments, tell us some things that you want to talk about. And we'll gladly do that, right?
Oh, yeah. And especially when we have kind of those breaks in between, it's always fun to kind of see there's a little bit more of back and forth when we can talk to everybody that's on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, Facebook, YouTube, and X. We get all of your comments from Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you join us there. We would absolutely love to hear from you. So we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll be here 4:30.
Have a good day.